Hey guys, it's RebeccaLynOberstadt. I filmed a makeup look earlier and I'm sitting at my computer kind of like one of the games I wanted to play. I went to log in and my character was completely gone. So I went to make a new character because it's a game that's in alpha. So I'm like a tester for it and the game wouldn't load. So I got a little frustrated, so I went to load another game and that one wouldn't load. So here I am. I did use, I don't usually use makeup wipes. So like I cut them into pieces. So I went ahead and took off the eye makeup I was wearing earlier. I use these like Kojan Dough cleansing spa wipes. These things smell like dirty feet. I don't know if mine are just bad or what. I do have powder on underneath my eyes and because I don't want to take any chances. So that's why my under eyes are really stark. I do have powder on underneath of them right now. I'm going to be getting into a palette that I didn't like the first one that I got from this brand. I have liked the looks of some of their palettes. I do not like the message of the brand owner. I don't like some of the things that she preaches and tries to teach people. I do not agree with her as a person. But this is the Huda Beauty Emerald Obsessions palette. The first one I got was the Mauve Obsessions and it was super patchy. It was hard to blend. It was hard to get anything to work the way it should as a normal eyeshadow palette. So it left a really bad taste in my mouth. Even trying to swatch it, it was difficult to swatch out the shadows. So my friend Angel said this is one of her favorite palettes. I know Lauren May Beauty loves this palette. This is actually her favorite one of these little Obsessions palettes. She uses the snot out of it. So I'm willing to put my prejudice for the other palette aside to test this one out and see how it is. This came in my Ipsy bag. This was a free gift for upgrading for a year to Ipsy because it was hard for me to come up with the $12 every month. And when I was able to like upgrade, it was like $130 something for me to upgrade for a year. So that gives me a year to save money so that I can upgrade for another year. I don't earn a whole lot on YouTube. I mainly earn between 35 cents and 70 cents a day on YouTube. Most videos earn less than 3 cents. So I'm not making a whole lot of money, and trying to wait for a payout on YouTube, which takes a while, was like, it was really hard. I was relying on sales on my website and on Depop in order to make enough money every month to pay for the subscription. And I really liked the subscription, so I didn't want to have to cancel it. But I didn't want the worry about not being able to afford it. So I upgraded for a year, didn't even know I was going to get this as a free gift. It didn't say anything about it when I upgraded. So this technically makes palette 45, but if I'm going to include it in my May challenge, then it would be palette number 20 for my May 2020 challenge. 19 was this little e.l.f. Rosewater one. I did 2 different looks using this palette, and there was all kinds of glitter fallout, hence the powder on my face. So getting into this, I'm going to grab, what are you, a Luxie brush? Yeah, your Luxie 209. I'm going to get into this palette. Thankfully there's a mirror in it, so I don't have to hold another one. I don't really care for this like brown shade down here, but I'm going to try and use this like mint color here first. And I think on one eye we're going to do like this, and then maybe use this on the other eye, and then I'll try and stick to the rows. So I'll use this row on one eye and this row on the other eye, and we'll see how it goes. Wish me luck. It picks up on the brush really pigmented, and I'm using a Luxie brush for a reason, because this brush I can tap and blend with. And because it's a pastel shade, oh, that's like very, very light. Let me zoom you guys in. Color is going on, but it's very faint. Almost sounds like it's about to rain outside, or maybe it already is raining. So this will end up just being like a pastel look, I think, with a white concealer base or a white base like the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk. This would probably be a little bit brighter. So far it's not burning my eye like some eyeshadows do. If I get any like powder from an eyeshadow in my eye, sometimes it makes my eyes sting really bad. And there's like powder coming off the brush as I do this. I can see it like wafting up next to my eyebrow. So I know there's product on here. And I'm going to be using my little J-Cat color switch thing. I'm going to go ahead and lay the other color down, and then I'll work with shimmers. So going into this one, Hello? And I'm pretty far up on the brush, so that means that I've got more pressure on it. And you can see the pigment on the brush. I'm like tapping and swiping at the same time. I was expecting like a kapow kind of shade. This is a lot softer than I was anticipating. It's slowly building. It builds, it's just slow. And I am farther away from the door if you haven't noticed, because the air keeps kicking on and I don't want that humming noise to affect the video. I don't know how many people hear it. I know I hear it when I edit the video and it annoys the absolute piss out of me. So I try not to talk when the air is on. Okay, now we're starting to look patchy. What the hell? It's such a pretty shade though. Compared to the other eye, it looks like there's nothing over here. Well. Okay, so Lauren May Beauty says a lot of these shimmers work better with a finger or a wet brush. I'm gonna try this little Morphe 213. It's an M213 brush. It's like a little flat. Jeez, Pete, I'm gonna drop it. It's a little flat, like packer brush. I'm gonna go into this shade first. And we're gonna tap it. I'm surprised. That little bit went all the way. Now going into this one. This one definitely had more fallout in the pan. And I've got glitter all the way down here on the underside of my nose. I got glitter here, all over my nose. Holy crap. I now have a glitter mustache. That's just great. Oh my god, that made it worse. Well, thank God for the powder under my eye, but that's not helping this situation here. Oh my god. I don't know if it's even going to pick up on camera. I'll have to wait till the end to show you. But this one I would recommend a wet brush with so that you don't have uber amounts of glitter fallout. Being ever so careful. How do we get this all? Well, the powder on that kind of helped a little bit. Okay, now going into the other one, I'm gonna do this one all over the lid and then put this in the center. Hello? It's more of like an olive green than I was expecting. There's quite a bit of fallout with this one too. And that didn't help. And then I'm gonna go back into this one since I already have glitter fallout. of amazing how severe the one eye looks compared to the other. This is I guess my first impressions of the Huda Emerald Obsessions. I used the first 2 rows, all of the first 6 shades. I did not use the bottom row. All the shimmer shades had glitter fallout, but this one here, this top corner one, had probably the most fallout out of all of them. The mint shade in the center I would recommend using with a white eyeshadow base or a lighter than your skin color kind of eyeshadow base, and in my case that would be white. The bold matte here that I thought was going to be real punchy took quite a bit to build up. I probably dipped back in the pan 8 or 9 times, and I would dip my brush in and then go tap, tap, tap 3 times, and I would tap in and then swipe down to get pigment onto the brush, and then I would apply it to the eye, and I would do like tapping and then tap and swipe motions on the eye as well to build up the color. It built up. It's a beautiful shade. This eye here, I was surprised that this was like an olive shade. I think these 3 are like olive tone shades, and I think those would have been better to put like all those on the bottom row if you're keeping them in like consistent order with the shades. I think this shade would have been better on this row and then move this one here. So it would basically just be moving some shades around. Just in my like brain to make it cohesive, I would have moved the 2 lighter shades, like this light shade, and these 2 here I would have kept on 1 row. This one I would have bumped down a row because it kind of matches the 2 in the center that are like more teal, and then this one's more of a mustard shade. So I would have done the matte, the lighter mustard, and then the darker mustard. I was surprised that I used a dry brush on both sides. I think wet brush or fingers would probably solve some of the fallout issues, but that one, the lightest shade in here, had so much fallout. It's still, I even have glitter on my chin. So there's that. They're beautiful. I love the colors. Green is my favorite color. So, I mean, even the light shade here that barely shows up on my skin, I think had I actually put concealer or something down, it would pop a little bit more. But even that eye is really pretty. It's like literally night and day. So you have a nice green wearable work look, and then you have your date night dinner. I think if you want to make this one even more dramatic, throw on some black liner in your waterline, your upper lid waterline, as well as like right above your lashes, and throw on a pair of lashes, and you have a beautiful like dark glam look. This one here, you could probably do like white or like a lime green in your waterline to make that one punch. You could probably even do, oh, I wonder what it would look like with a peach liner in the waterline. That might like make it more like spring. Or even a lavender shade. That would probably be really pretty. And I don't have any colors like that on my tray. So anyways, first impressions, I'm surprised. I like it. I will have to work with the last 3 shadows at another time and see how it works. But all in all, I really like how these turned out. I did some close-up video so you guys can see them. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And yeah, I'm gonna go see if I can get a video game to load. I just restarted my computer and everything. It's like everything's running like mud. So that's not good. And I don't have like any errors other than my virus protection software going, hey! I mean, it bitches about every game I load, so I have to disable it for like long enough for me to load the game, and then I have to re-enable it. Because if I try and load a game with it running, it always complains and wants to quarantine it because it thinks it's a virus. And then even if I try and create an exception for it, it still fusses at me, so sometimes computers are not always the smartest. Anyways, I'm Rebecca Oberstadt. I am pleasantly surprised by this palette. Angel will be relieved that I actually like it. I'm surprised myself. This one, hands down, was completely night and day different from the other palette. And like I said, I've had my eye on some of the other Huda palettes, but when she started talking about bleaching body parts and doing certain things for your man, and I'm like, what? And then your religion, you should do this for your religion and not that. And I'm like, probably not. I don't believe in changing your skin color, be it tanning your skin with self-tanners to make yourself darker than you naturally are. I also do not believe in bleaching your skin to make you lighter skin tone than what you naturally are. I don't like it at all. I don't understand why people cannot appreciate the beautiful color that they are naturally. And people ask me all the time, why don't you tan? Because this is what color I am. This is me. I can tan. I get rather dark. For somebody of my complexion, I can get rather dark. But why? I've already had skin cancer. I've got permanent scarring on my back where they didn't graft new skin. So why would I want to go through all the trouble and hassle and cancer scares and skin grafting is rough. So why would I want to go through all that again just to be a color that is more appropriate to everybody else? I don't understand it. I think we're all different, varying shades of skin color for a reason. I think we're all beautiful, and if you can't accept the skin that you're in, then you need to do some self-work, because you should love you for you. We're all going to nitpick about something about our body, but your skin color you should love. You should love the color that you are, and you should never be put down for what your skin color is, whether you are light or dark or medium or olive or yellow or pink. It doesn't matter. I don't care if you're flippin' blue. I think every skin color is beautiful, and we should learn to appreciate that a little bit more and be more open and accepting to varieties of skin color, instead of putting somebody down because they're one shade or another. So just my 2 cents, miniature rant. I'm gonna go, and I will see you guys in another video. Hopefully you are having a fabulous day or night wherever you are.